The smell of coffee is in the air. It must be time for another episode of The Art of Struggle. Welcome to another episode of my podcast called The Art of Struggle. You can hear me rant about art, video games, movies, pop culture, CGI, the industry, and much, much more. My name is Fatai, and I'll be your guide as we explore the world of CG, pop culture, and the people who make it all possible. Today, we've got a story on Fortnite. Apparently, they have just reached about 15 million downloads. Just 15 million download numbers since Google Play. So Epic Games announced last month that it wouldn't be distributing Fortnite's Android release through Google's official Google Play Store, and it seems that decision hasn't hurt the game's growth. The studio reports about 15 million Fortnite downloads and 23 million players on Android only 21 days after the game's beta release, despite still being an invite-only phase for the platform. It's on invite only, and this game has still gotten 23 million downloads. That is ridiculous. I mean, Fortnite, there seems like there's no end in sight for how far this game is going to go. So it might be like a year, 2, maybe 3 years before this thing loses steam, because, man, the way this thing is going, like, I think it's kind of going the way of GTA, but don't quote me on this, because in the sense that, like, this is just like a little theory that I have, but it's just the way it's growing and the way people are responding to it is way more unexpected than Epic thought. It was so unexpected that they took off. They stopped making what was their flagship, Paragon, for like they just canceled production on it. They were like, yo, Fortnite and this battle royale thing is just making so much money that's what they're going to focus on now. And I think it's the best bet that Epic has made in a long time since making on the Unreal Engine free. This is probably the best decision. And I know some Paragon fans are going to hate me for saying this, but they have cashed in from a monetary standpoint alone, not considering that there were a lot of Paragon fanboys out there. But just Fortnite has just become such a whirlwind of financial boom for Epic that it's just ridiculous. There's no end in sight for this. So yeah, I'm interested to see. This is them without them even, they just thumbed their nose at Android and said, we're not using your platform. We're not doing this with you. We're not playing this game where you get the financial benefits of having us on your platform. There's no benefit for us. I'm gonna have to pay you royalties on top of royalties just to get my app on a platform that I won't even have control of, the Q&A or the support system for it. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I don't know what to tell you. This is what they're gonna, this is their thing. So I'd be surprised if Epic doesn't go this route for, their next few titles that are just smashing hits. It makes sense. Control it. You control the revenue. You control the profits. I mean, if you guys think that it's a bad idea or they're going to pay, you can let me know in the comment section. But I don't see how Epic isn't winning. Epic is just earning W's the whole way. The whole way it's all W's for Epic, See, like they're saying that memory management was among these problems, with Epic realizing that even restarted phones only allow 50 to 75% of their total memory to be allocated by the game. Applications running in the background could cause memory issues as well, since some of those apps would automatically restart after Android tried to reclaim their memory history. We've updated our testing processes to install and run more of the common applications that most users run so that we can find these problems earlier, but we still need to reduce memory usage and fast. The post reads, Epic also acknowledges the rise of malware developers who have tried to direct players to download fake Fortnite installers onto their devices. Since it's working with browser makers and third-party anti-fraud detection sites to find and eliminate these sites as they present themselves. Right now, we were focused on making the game run well on all currently supported devices and clawing back enough memory so we can improve both visual quality and stability. So yeah, they're like, we don't want to have to deal with all that. We'll take the brunt of whatever, because what you're losing when you don't go through one of their sites is you're losing the support of Google and their API and all that stuff that can be provided on their end. You're losing that support that, okay, I put it on, you manage all that, just give me the analytics and I'll figure out how to deal with my customers that way. And I mean, it just makes sense, you know? But some of the downsides were you get a lot of clones and you don't get to decide whose clone of your game stays on and goes off. You know, that's Google deciding. So why would I go on your platform, have to compete with fakers and, you know, people trying to get other people to install fake Fortnite, installers on their device? I have to deal with that on top of all. Nah, Epic did the right thing. That's it. Epic did the right thing. I'm sorry, but yeah. I want to thank you for listening to another episode of The Art of Struggle. Let's dive into some quotes, and these quotes are from Nelson Mandela himself, the great man. Rest in peace, Nelson. Rest in peace. Great man. Madiba, they called him Madiba. Let's see what he has to teach us. Nelson Mandela once said, I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Nelson Mandela also said, after climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. That's life. You know, that's a fundamental of life, is that once you get over one hump or one challenge, there's generally many more along the way. It's never just smooth sailing, unfeathered. Just you've got to deal with issues. It's gonna happen. He also said, there is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that is less than one you are capable of living. Because if you're not living your potential, you're cheating your own self. So go after it. Get it. Go after it. This is an interesting one from him because he does say, forget the past. Because this is a man that after getting jailed, left the prison and didn't retaliate against the people who had jailed him. He actually went on to form a government with them, a government that mixed both black and white people, and that's crazy for a man who you would think he would have just so much resentment pent up for these guys, but he was just like, no, that's not, if I want to build a country, if I want my country to move forward, we're not going to move forward on hate. And that's a powerful, powerful statement. I want to thank you for listening to another episode of The Art of Struggle. I want to remind you that you can catch any of these episodes on YouTube. You can listen to any of the podcasts on iTunes, Spotify, Radio Public, Google Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. I want to remind you to keep on struggling. The life you want is on the other side of your struggle. The life you want is on the other side of your struggle. Keep drawing, keep painting, keep sculpting, keep designing, keep singing, keep dancing, keep programming. The life you want is on the other side. My name is Ty. Thank you for watching another episode of The Art of Struggle. Don't forget to subscribe, like for updates on whenever I post. This is Ty, signing out. Oh, you're still here. Okay, since you're still here, I'll give you one more quote, and then for sure you gotta go. I'm saying, like, seriously, this is just getting weird. All right, just after this quote, you can go. All right. Nelson Mandela also said, "It's better to lead from behind and to put others in front, especially when you celebrate when nice things occur. You take the front lines when there's danger. Then people will appreciate your leadership." All right, that's it. That's it. Go home. Stop watching. You're done. You're released. Goodbye. Capiche.